Lashana Tova, everyone. Oh boy, it's that time of the service again. People here, turn up your radios. People at home, turn up the volume on your computers. It's the annual appeal. Hey, those two cars are pulling out over there. Joanne, go block the exit. Lay down in the driveway if you have to. I know it's not our favorite part of the service, but it is important. You're having trouble hearing? A little louder? Too bad, that was a great joke. This is very important to us, especially this year. As I said, last year on Rosh Hashanah, while we are very upbeat and positive, we are in uncertain times, particularly financial. So this is a very important thing. How many of you remember the Kenny Rogers song, Through the Years? I want to take you back through the years. Back almost 60 years ago, a young boy named David Sapphire joined Temple Beth Am Religious School. I know that because he and I were classmates. That's how long we go back together. A few years later, David's father and my father served together on the board of Temple Beth Am. Flash forward a few more years, David Sapphire, Diane Sapphire, and I started working bingo together every Monday night. Flash forward a few more years, Diane Sapphire and my mother joined me on the temple board. There are connections that we make in our life. We make friends through the neighborhood, kids in the neighborhood, friends at school, people at work, people in organizations that we belong to, and yes, our synagogue. And if we're lucky, some of those people are with us for the rest of our life. They become our forever friends. Think about all the people out here who wouldn't be in your life if it weren't for this temple. And think about what your life would be like if those people weren't in it. So to talk a little bit about the importance of temple, my forever friend, David Sapphire.
Thank you, Bruce. Good morning and Happy New Year. For those of you who know me, you know that the best part of me is my wife, Diane. So even though she's not here at my side, she's here in my heart and in that car listening and probably critiquing everything that I say. In 1964, Broadway gave us Fiddler on the Roof. Fast forward, 2020, Rosh Hashanah, and our worship committee gave us Clergy on the Roof. And from a phone call from Bruce Chorus today, this morning, I've been asked to be the beggar on the roof. We are a congregation of almost 65 years old. And a people of almost 6,000 years old. A people of perseverance, resilience, and inspiration. In 1955, we started as a dream. I was there in my mother's womb. In 1956, that plan became a reality. In 1960, we built a building with a sanctuary and 3 classrooms. And if truth be told, I was thrown out all 3. 1969, we added a new sanctuary. 1990, a whole wing of classrooms. And in 2012, a merger. It's kind of windy up here, sorry. The merger. The merger that made us the first ever Reconstructionist Reform congregation, or is it Reform Reconstructionist congregation, in the United States. Always evolving and always pursuing our mission to be a welcoming community, a family of families, here to enhance all aspects of Jewish life. Resilient, and then no matter what obstacles have been thrown in our path, this congregation, your congregation, has dug deep, rolled up their sleeves, and done whatever it's taken to survive. These past 6 months are handing us our biggest challenge yet. Unbelievable. Through no fault of our own, our finances are on shaky ground. And for some temple members, I realize that you may be facing financial hardships as well. And this shaky ground is not from anyone's own doing. It's not from poor money management or poor decisions, but from a pandemic. A pandemic. A pandemic of biblical proportions. To quote my friend's 3-year-old grandson, "Papa, the world is broken." Our 11th plague, shutting down our 2 biggest streams of revenue. No matter how thoughtful, how fiscally responsible, or how well we've managed our money, no one could have predicted any of this. No more bingo. No more church rental income. No more in-temple events like rummage sales, our most lucrative of events. Over $100,000 in unforeseen lost revenue has occurred. Think about that. $100,000 that none of us, not even Todd Sugarman with his foresight, could have predicted. Ouch. It hurts. And to make matters worse, the floor drops out of Wall Street in March, and we are faced with a 6-figure reduction in the value of our endowment funds. Principal that translates into a 20% reduction in the earned interest income that we use every year to help balance our budget. Your temple has done a remarkable job of keeping us afloat. The leadership has been outstanding. But NFL, yes, NFL, not the Josh Allen Buffalo Bills NFL, but the not-for-long NFL. Without help from all of you and me, our future as we know it is in jeopardy, serious jeopardy. We are in need of thousands, tens of thousands of dollars just to give us a fighting chance to get back to level ground and to rise above what we've been dealt. Now add in all the new costs associated with what we need to do to make our congregation accessible to all of us in today's Zoom world. Yikes! And by the way, our beloved clergy, they're due for new contracts in the next 6 months. Oy, when it rains, it pours. This is why I'm begging you to step up, dig deep, and make the biggest donation you possibly can. Centuries ago, Rabbi Shimon ben Gamliel said the world is sustained by these 3 things: by truth, by justice, and by peace. With all due respect, thousands of years later, our world not only needs to be sustained, but maintained. And that takes a 4th thing: gelt, money, tzedakah. Today, because of all the wonderfulness that we have at 4660 Sheridan Drive, our congregation, your congregation, Congregation Shir Shalom, is the temple of choice once again for young and old alike. But in order to make it the best it can be, to both survive and thrive, I need your help. I need your tzedakah. In a world full of chaos and constant change, some things remain the same. 4660 Sheridan Drive, a family of families, a song of peace. Over 64 plus years, I've lived at many places around the world, but one constant has always remained for me. 4660 Sheridan Drive, my spiritual home. Please give what you are able to give now. We need to make sure that all of us have another 64 plus years at 4660 Sheridan Drive. This beggar on the roof is begging you pleading with you, open your hearts. Please give. Have an easy fast. Gemar Chatima Tova. May you be sealed in the book of life.